Hello my friend, today what I'm going to do is I just finished my tornado a couple days ago, and I did almost of things and it seems to be completed, but I think I should have some little more accent. I mean, it's about weathering, and I just want to put some weathering details on, so I just introduced you to how do I weathering anyway, and this is very short tip, so I hope you enjoy it. And now I think in my expression I think I should put some more details on it, just perhaps a little bit here, and I think here, and what I'm going to express is it's kind of stain or very tiny dirt on the aircraft, and I just going to use this one, and maybe you can use other hand, like this is not suitable color, but anyway, maybe you can get it easier than that one, because this is made in Japan. Anyway, maybe you can buy your country like this brand, because these two things is very similar contain. It seems to see very similar effective. So I just recommend you to use this kind of material if you can get anyway. But today I use this one. And now what I'm going to do is open. It's shaking well anyway. It have to shaking very well, because you know some pigment inside is not mixed well. So I just shake well and start putting little bit. Can you see that anyway? And just point it a little bit. And this is black, and you can put other colors like brown. I usually using this a lot. I prefer to use in brown color on it. Black is a little bit strong expression, so just put it on. You shouldn't put so much, because it might be a little bit harder to wipe off when you're doing. And before doing these things, the surface of the model should be coated with flat clear. It's use this one, very thin. You brew it very thin. That's the point, not too much. And usually when I washing the aircraft, it should have some time to wait until dry well. But in this time, when I doing this, I don't have to be wait so long time. So I just doing right now, because if the paint is getting dry, it's very hard to get off. I mean, this is the point. When you're doing this, you don't have to wait. You can do it while it is still wet. And usually I use these tools. I introduced you before, but I think this is the first time to doing. I use this quite messy, dirty brush. This is very good for weathering for me. And using the thinner, today is snowy outside. It seems to be very cold. Do you have a cold? Do you have a snow in your country? We have a lot of snow in my country, but in my location it doesn't have so much snow. But today I can see the very cold snow. By the way, you put the brush into the thinner, and it should be dry a little bit by the cloth, not wet too much. And what I'm going to do is just touch the surface of the aircraft. Just point it a little bit. Not wiped off at all. It's just trying to remain, and it is okay if the effect looks like stain. Just stamped like this, and always keep the brush wet and drying a little bit. If you wet so much, I think the effect is more, how do I say, I don't know, but you cannot see anyway if you wet well. It's just wiped off. You don't have to push so much time. It's just, control the edge of from the edge of the brush. It's just, it's up to your sense. I think the weathering is the sense of expression what you have. It's just seems to be very natural. And I think the aircraft model is not like AFV or ground vehicle, tanks or some sort of. So it shouldn't have the same effect on the aircraft. I think the aircraft has their own expression, I believe. When you see on the camera, you can see the difference between before I'm doing and after I do. But very hard to see. But in my eyes, I can identify the difference. I did something. I noticed. I can notice what is the difference in my eyes. There are a little bit, very tiny dirt on it. very, it's very, very thin, I think. And when I finished to doing this, when I just finished that, there is a difference between it's just finished and it's get dry. After you see, the stain will be more a little bit disappear. You can identify a little bit more. But so it's trying to get a little bit much over coated. How do I say it? I don't know, but after drying, when you see the difference is is more change a little bit. So I just put it a little bit over. A little bit dirty. It's okay. After it gets dry, it seems to be more natural. I think it's very hard to point it on camera. You can see a little bit dirt on the surface. This makes a little bit difference, So I just put in the canopy on it and just finally done. It's just I don't glue it. I just put it. So in my opinion, I think this kind of brush, it should be wasted. It's no longer useful for normal way. If you paint it very accurate, this kind of brush is useless. But I just still keep because I can use in this way. So I don't waste it in rubbish and keep in. I have some more useless brush, it looks the same, but it makes a difference. Each brush has their own expression, so I just keep, and sometimes change to using by my feelings. I think this one is nice. Mostly I use it. And I introduced before, but I can show you these kind of tools. It should be going to the rubbish, but I'm still keeping. So anyway, I just mostly I have done, and see you next. Bye.